I'm Ricardo Paniagua. I am an artist and a human. I'm a self-taught artist, and art started in my dreams. These dreams, they're sometimes literal paintings, and sometimes, they're like art assignments given to me directly from beyond the veil. And sometimes I can't even claim the art as my own because I don't know where it came from. It was shown to me by some other form of intelligence, cosmic intelligence. Both of my grandfathers were master ceramic tile artisans. My father was as well, and I was for a period. And then I decided I want to make geometric patterns with paint. It's easier. But when I was being birthed, I came out feet first. Some crazy things happened to me in my childhood. Like one time I fell out of a tree and landed on my back, and 2 flowers landed in my nostrils. And all kinds of crazy things have always happened in my life. The first time I discovered the power of paint was at Job Corps. I went there and lived there for 6 months and developed a skill, and they had free paint, and they had all these 4x8 pieces of plywood, and I made like 16 of these 4x8 foot paintings on wood panel, and it was a whole story. Those were my first paintings, and they were so good I had my family pick them up and bring them back. Well, I didn't realize it, and I didn't know about it. So my grandmother, my grandfather, and my father and my aunt conspired behind my back to use those for roofing repairs on my aunt's house, and they cut them up and put them all over her roof. And I went to her house one day and saw them cut up on the roof, and I started crying. The first time that I was acknowledged as a successful artist was by my grandmother. She saw me on the news, Channel 4 and Channel 33. They had a helicopter shooting my public art installations, and I was like, yes, Grandma finally approves. When I started doing artwork, it was very gestural and abstract, like storytelling almost. And then like whatever DNA codes activated from my heritage one day, and like geometry started like coming in and taking over, and it became like even like a very purist approach of art making eventually. I had a dream that woke me up in the middle of the night. The dream was a hypercube form, a mathematical concept that I really didn't know of beforehand, and it showed me these lines painted on the form. And I got up and made it, and I noticed a phenomenon happening with the intersecting geometry, and it was mind-blowing. It was so intriguing. I painted probably 50 since 2011, and people love them. The paintings build themselves, I let the artwork, the artwork comes from always the unconscious, even when I'm awake.
I mean, this piece right over here, Forever, an incredible piece of work on canvas. Tell us a little bit about how does this come about? What is the meaning of this piece?
This is the first painting that I made in this studio. I call the studio the cathedral. It's 10 by 8 feet, and it took about 3 months to make. And so the painting built itself. I had no idea what I was going to paint. It slowly revealed itself with a message of, for me, hope, and for humanity.
What's the meaning of spiritus?
Spiritus basically just means from beyond the veil, or from beyond this world, a message from another world, spirit world.
The center cone. Why that and why there?
But yeah, this is actually a cylinder that's just going on to eternity. It can be interpreted as an extraterrestrial vessel, as a deity. Yeah.
It's an exceptional work of art. So let's talk a little bit about your fiberglass.
These are cast fiberglass wall sculptural objects. I actually consider them complex canvases. Since the dawn of painting on canvas or linen, people have painted either usually on a square or a rectangle. And I decided that I wanted to make these forms that also go on the wall and lend themselves towards painting, but deny that simple notion of, art history and flat painting. And so I engineered these pieces to kind of defy that concept and build onto the body of work that came, with my hypercube sculptures. If you were to take a picture of that, it was all evenly lit, and you printed it out, you would see a repeating tessellated geometric pattern. And I have taken since from this body of work that concept and created crosswalk paintings in Dallas and surrounding cities. Those are actually conceptual works of art.
You keep using the word tessellation.
Tessellation, yes, it's a fabulous word.
What does it mean?
Tessellation is like a mathematical or geometric term, and so basically what it means is like at least two shapes that wrap around each other and multiply. So it's kind of like, gets into fractals, fractalization, and things like that. So yeah, it's endlessly fun and beautiful.
Your work.
Well, geometry.
Well, we wish you all the best, and we look forward to seeing you and your work throughout Dallas, Facebook, with your great posts, and we appreciate it. Ricardo, been a pleasure.
My pleasure.